Shubor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
Ka sngiba arjong ka cabinet retreat kila Ïatai sani bha habun ki benta hakitanat paper jong ka sarkar Myntri ramba ka jila ukanrat ki sangma ulapintep baga jinglum yagani ka jingkendo ka long ban Ïatai Halor ki mat ki badan kam na ka benta ka jila ukanrat sangma uloong ka thong ka dei ban wanra ka jing trilang haki benta paper ban phliu jingmut bat ban trilang kum ka kinhuan ula benrap da ka baong ka benta bah khmat do ka dei Halor commission 10 ka thong ban kinjo ya ka $10 billion state economy ukanrat uloong bakile Ïatai Halor ka jingkinjo ya ka thong ha ka yo ka kot bat kilat kilinti ban kintiu ya ka yo kam yo jam uloong ba ka sarkar ka le ithu ish photli kilat ha po commission 10 ka ba kile Ïatai ha ka ni ka chiakran
The cabinet retreat, and it's a 2-day retreat. As I mentioned to you yesterday, objective is to align the vision of different departments towards the larger vision of the state and the government as a whole. And number two, also to be able to allow the departments to set targets for themselves, share that target with the rest of the government and other officials, so everybody understands interdepartmental targets that are there. And it also in a way motivates and helps people see what the government and different departments are doing. So it's a great way to share vision, ideas, and to discuss and work together as a team towards the long-term goal of the state. Having said that, this particular cabinet retreat was focused on what we call the mission 10 of the state government, which started with the $10 billion economy. But we also ensured that the $10 billion of GSDP would actually then work out into 10 opportunities of where we could invest and where we could work on to achieve that growth. How agriculture would contribute, how veterinary department would contribute, how tourism department would contribute, so on and so forth. And on each of these opportunities, what kind of jobs would be created while we work towards taking those departments forward. So those are the opportunities that we had, and the 10 opportunities, as you can see, is right behind me. There's the commitments and the opportunities also there. So these are the 10 things we discussed today, and rather it's halfway only, so there's another few more presentations left. Yesterday we discussed about the commitments that we have. So while we have these opportunities, what is it that we're giving back to the society while we target towards going towards a $10 billion economy? And that was discussed yesterday. For example, housing for all. So while the investments are being made into the housing and the economy is growing, we achieve the target of ensuring that housing is there for all. Drinking water. So while the social cause of ensuring that drinking water is done, investment is being made. So economy is growing, but a commitment is being achieved. Similarly, for example, power, stable power for all. So while we are investing in the power department, we are also ensuring that the social commitment of giving power to all the houses is being achieved. Education and health. So while we invest in schools, while we invest in buildings and different education and health sectors, so these investments, while it adds to the economic growth of the state, it also achieves that commitment that we have made, which ensures there's a joyful learning for all. There is health care for everybody. So all those kind of aspects were discussed, shared with everybody, and we've aligned everybody's thought process towards taking forward the state and achieving the larger internet connectivity. Just to share with you, like for example, in the 4G network, so we have almost close to 90+% those are connected. There is of course an issue which was raised yesterday, that there are some villages which on paper are connected, but the signals and the connectivity is not at the level that people would want. So therefore those kind of gray areas are also present out there. So now we are working closely with Government of India. Yesterday, in fact, when this presentation was being given about the towers and the connectivity of 4G, the issue came up that in a lot of these towers, the power connectivity is missing and MECL is not being able to respond quickly. So MECL, chairman was right there, power minister was right there, and then while this issue of the towers and the power issue was being discussed, the chairman and the power minister stood up there and then said that there is no issue. Please give us a list of the locations and we will ensure that the power is given. So these kind of problems also get resolved in meetings like these, where everybody at the grassroots level is also being able to see what's happening. So that's the level of connectivity. But while we are talking about the connectivity of the towers and 4G connectivity, you're aware that we are also ensuring that the optical fiber connectivity is also achieved. So in that line also, again, we are working closely with the power department, and we intend to use the towers and the power the poles and the different towers that are there of the MECL to take overhead cables to different parts of the state, different blocks, and that's part of the project which we call the last mile connectivity. And that's a project that is kind of mixed, supported by center, and some part is done by the state government. So that also is part of our plan, which we expect that in the next 2 years we should be able to saturate, which will ensure that every district headquarter, every block, within the blocks, every school, every health department, every government office, all of them will be having optical fiber connectivities to the end. And that will again, as I said, help us in the larger perspective of governance, ensuring that education improves, ensuring that the aspect of health through telemedicine and other aspects also improve. So all of these are connected, and a very good presentation was given, targets were set, and they were shared with everybody. But that's what our point is. Our point is that until unless we don't have these commitments in front of us. Now, everybody thinks about the $10 billion economy, everybody knows. But what we're trying to say is that while we're doing $10 billion, if you miss out the physical connectivity of this one village, which does not have a bridge, is it fair? So while the state is growing economically and becoming a $10 billion economy, there is this village that does not have a bridge, and people have to cross the river by going into the water. That's exactly the point of these commitments, that the state must grow, but there must also be equity. And there must also be a balanced growth where everybody is taken along, whether it's the water supply, whether it's the power connectivity, whether it's the internet connectivity, whether it's housing, whether it's quality health care, whether it's nutrition for children, whether it is physical connectivity. And that's why this allows us to balance out this growth story of ours and ensures that the equity is there in the growth story. And this is what we're sharing with the team so that everybody knows what we're talking about and what we're trying to. In fact, there are so many areas that were there, we discussed about entrepreneurship. So, the Prime program has, helped about 4,000 plus, almost 5,000 entrepreneurs. And we want to expand this even further. But the question comes in that how do we do this? What do we do to take the things to the next level? And the fact that there are so many departments who are doing their entrepreneurship program at their own level. So while Prime is doing something, Industries Department also has got its own program for livelihood. Agriculture Department has got its program for livelihood. Veterinary Department is doing something else. Fisheries doing something else. There is a need to combine all of these efforts and be able to bring it, and so that every department knows what other department is doing, so that there is no duplicacy. There is a unified, kind of a database, and data-driven decisions can be made as to how we need to move forward. So a simple thing like this caught my attention today, that we realize that we need to now ensure that departments talk to each other. And that's one of the purposes of the cabinet retreat, is to really align the thought process, align the actions, and align the outcomes of different departments. Just one example, there's a block office with this department. They are told to give a file, this file is there, clear the file, or this particular application is there, go to the application, is it correct or not, kindly, pass it or don't pass it. So the point is that at the end of the day, we realize that sometimes officials get into the day-to-day activity, so engrossed in the day-to-day activity. Sometimes we end up losing sight of what really we are here for. What is a larger goal? What's a larger picture? And that's really what you said is exactly what we're trying to achieve. That the officers today are seeing that what is a larger goal that we're trying to achieve out here. So it's not just about, which I keep repeating, it's not about, the meters of canals that we have made, or kilometers of canals and irrigation canals we have made. So because departments like soil, water resources, they look at their achievement and say, we have constructed 200 kilometers of canals. But is that what we are here for? The larger goal is not to see how many kilometers of canals we have made. The larger goal is to see that the kilometers of canal that we have made, how much agriculture production has gone up. That is the final goal. So therefore, in programs like this, we allow everybody to understand that the purpose behind what we're doing and the larger goal of the government is much bigger than what meets the eye. So once in a while we bring everybody, we share that goal, we align them to this goal, and we allow them to see not just what their department is doing, but what other departments also are doing. So that's really what the big picture is. But as I said, there's a lot of things. I don't think I can explain all of it in just a short. I'm a believer that we need to give it a try. If we already are pessimistic and say, well, it's not going to happen, no use trying, then I think we're not going to get anywhere. We are trying our best. We are motivating. We are pushing. I cannot guarantee anything, in fact, for the matter of fact. But only thing I can guarantee you is that I'll keep trying.